Right, question 25 of the analysis non-calculator. It's a typical sort of French question where they make it look very hard, but it's not. It's quite a bog standard one. It's saying find the primitive to this function, given that x is 2, you get ln 7. So primitive means to integrate it, find the integral of it, and we're going to integrate this. There's sort of two bits to this function. We've got this bit here and this bit here. So we'll integrate them one at a time. We'll look at this first. Whenever we've got this this thing where there's lots of x as a denominator, then we need to be thinking about ln. So it's going to be a ln function of some sort. So ln it's 2x plus 5. If I differentiated this, I'd get 1 over 2x plus 5. But because I've got the 2x, I'd have to then times it by 2. So I'd get 2 over 2x plus 5. That's nearly what I've got, but I've actually got 6 over 2x plus 5. So I must have times that 2 by 3 to make it the 6. So I must have had a 3 there. Okay, so differentiating this, I'd do the 2 times the 3 to get the 6, and then it'd be over whatever was in the bracket, 2x plus 5 in this case. So that's like that bit there integrates to give me that bit there. And then I've got to integrate this bit separately. So I have x cubed. I'd raise the power by 1. And we talked about the fact that if we weren't sure about the number that goes here, we'd have to remember that I do this times this to get this. So if I take this number and divide it by this number, I get this number here. Sometimes that gives me a whole number, but in this case I get 2 divided by 3. It's going to be 2/3 a fraction. Looks quite hideous, but there we go. We know at least what f of x is now. Nearly actually, we don't quite, because it's an indeterminate integral, so I have to remember to put my plus c at the end. So I got to that point there. And then we're told that when x is 2, we get an answer of, what is it, 3 ln 7, nice. 3 ln 7. Yes, well, let's have a look, shall we? So we'll substitute 2 in and we'll see what we get. We're going to get 2 times 2 is 4, plus 5 is 9. This isn't looking very pretty, is it? I wonder if there's a mistake on this question actually. 2/3 times 8. Let's see. Right. Oh well, let's work it through. It doesn't look very nice. I thought it would drop out a bit easier than this, but let's have a look. I'm going to keep c on one side and move everything else to the other side, and then we'll see what we can jiggle about. So we're going to get 3 ln 7 minus 3 ln 9 minus, I'm just going to write that 16 over 3 for now. I might come back to that later. Equals, I'm going to factorise the. Right, here's brewing, so that's okay. What do we get to? That's right, we're factorising this, won't we? Ln 7 minus ln 9 minus 16 over 3. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know, it's not telling you that very nicely. Have I missed something? What is that? 16 over 3. Right, I can't see any mistakes in this, but it certainly doesn't look very pretty. I thought it would drop out a bit nicer than this, but I'm just going to tidy this up a tiny bit, as in, because I can write that as ln 7 over 9, remembering our log rules. Minus 16 over 3. Right. So that, I don't know, I've got a bit of a twitchy feeling about this one. I'm not entirely sure that's right, but it's the right sort of process. You integrate it, you substitute in the x value, and then rearrange to find what c is, and then now you'd have to rewrite all this, which I won't do, but you rewrite this with the value of c at the end. I'll have another look at this later and see if I can spot a mistake in it, but because it doesn't look very pretty. I'd expect it to sort of neaten up around here. I'm wondering if this should have actually been ln 9, possibly. I think there might be a mistake in the question. Or if I've made a mistake. Or if they should have used F1 maybe. I've got a sneaking suspicion of a mistake in the question, because these numbers aren't very nice. And if that had been 1, for example, then this would have dropped out a lot more nicely. Or if that had been ln 9, that would have dropped out a lot more nicely. So I think that there's a mistake somewhere in the question, and you'd end up with something like 16/3 if it was correct. But anyway, there we go. That's that.